EVs look cheaper on paper, but what's it really like to live with one in the USA?
Hello and welcome back to Eco-Friendly Fact. Today we're stepping beyond headlines and spreadsheets to explore the daily realities of owning an electric vehicle in the United States. We'll talk charging times, range anxiety, and the tug-of-war between home and public charging. We'll keep the language simple and grounded in real life so you can decide whether an EV fits your lifestyle. Step 1. Charging time, the real-world rhythm. 3 levels of charging. Level 1 uses a standard 120-volt outlet and adds roughly 3 to 5 miles of range per hour. Fully charging a large battery EV like a Tesla Model 3 can take 37 to 50 hours, so most owners only use Level 1 for emergencies. Level 2 chargers operate on a 240-volt outlet. They add about 12 to 60 miles per hour and cost roughly $300 to $1,500 to install. Level 2 is the sweet spot for daily use. You plug in at night and wake up with a full battery. Level 3, or DC fast chargers, can deliver 200 to 1,000 plus miles per hour and can top up most EVs from 10% to 80% in 20 minutes to an hour. They're ideal for road trips, but expensive to build and more costly per mile than home charging. A national study found that home charging remains the cornerstone of EV ownership. About 86% of typical EV charging happens at home. The average EV owner spent $63 on home charging in the past month, up $5 from a year earlier. That's still roughly equivalent to paying about $1 per gallon of gasoline. Scheduling your charging during off-peak hours can trim costs even more. Owners who schedule spend about $6 less per month. Unfortunately, only about 20% of owners receive advice on home charging from dealers, and fewer than half know about variable rate utility programs. Step 2. Range anxiety, fact versus feeling. Range anxiety is real, but often it's more psychological than practical. Research shows that fewer than 8% of EV drivers have ever run out of charge, and 99.2% of daily trips in the US are under 100 miles. Modern EVs typically offer 250-mile ranges or more, meaning most people can go several days without charging. Experience helps. Surveys report that 78% of EV owners see their anxiety fade within 1 to 3 years of ownership. Infrastructure is catching up. By 2025, the U.S. had over 156,000 public charging ports across nearly 60,000 locations. 64% of Americans live within 2 miles of a charging station, and federal investments mandate DC fast chargers every 50 miles on interstate highways. High-power chargers now cover 70% of the length of the 10 longest U.S. interstates, so you're rarely more than a short detour from a fast charge. Yet, a recent AP NORC survey found that 4 in 10 U.S. adults still cite range and charging time as major reasons not to buy an EV. Experience and education will be key to closing that perception gap. Step 3. Home versus public charging. Convenience, costs, and reliability. Home advantages. Most charging happens at home. You plug in overnight and never visit a gas station. Scheduling your charging during off-peak hours lowers your electric bill. Level 2 chargers yield high satisfaction, even though they sometimes experience Wi-Fi or app issues. Public frustrations. A Harvard study analyzing millions of user reviews found that public chargers are only about 78% reliable, meaning nearly 1 in 5 stations doesn't work. Drivers report broken equipment, confusing payment systems, and icing, gas vehicles occupying EV spots. Pricing is also the Wild West. Charges vary by operator, time of day, and station type, and prices are rarely advertised. There are equity issues too. Stations are clustered in wealthy urban areas, leaving rural communities as charging deserts. Access gaps. Home charging isn't an option for everyone. Renters and apartment dwellers often depend on public stations. Although the U.S. adds thousands of chargers each year, networks need to keep pace with EV adoption and maintain equipment.
Step 4. Real pros of EV life. Lower running costs. EV owners spend about 40% less on maintenance than those driving gasoline cars because there's no oil to change and fewer moving parts. Charging costs are equivalent to roughly US $1 per gallon, and electricity prices are generally more stable. Environmental gains. Battery electric vehicles have zero tailpipe emissions, reducing local air pollution and improving health. Life cycle studies show that a 2024 battery electric SUV emits 71% fewer greenhouse gases over its lifetime compared with a similar gasoline SUV. Although manufacturing an EV creates more emissions up front, the extra emissions debt is repaid after about 1 to 2 years of driving, and many analyses show EVs break even within 15,000 to 25,000 miles. Efficiency. Electric motors convert 80 to 90% of their energy into motion, compared with less than 25% for gasoline engines. That efficiency, plus growing renewable energy on the grid, means your miles get cleaner every year. Convenience. At home, you can refuel while you sleep. Apps help you plan trips, find chargers, and even precondition your car in winter. National networks are expanding. More than 12,000 DC fast chargers were installed in the US in 2025 alone. In many regions, you're rarely more than 10 miles from a fast charger. Step 5. Real frustrations and trade-offs. Upfront cost. High purchase prices remain the largest barrier. 80% of US adults say cost is the main reason they wouldn't buy an EV. Used EV markets and falling battery costs, which dropped 8% in 2025, are improving affordability. Charging reliability. A Harvard study found EV chargers in the US have only a 78% reliability score. Broken stations and network downtime frustrate drivers. Better maintenance and data transparency are essential. Public pricing confusion. Many stations don't display prices. Drivers sometimes pay unexpectedly high rates, up to $21 for a session, according to user reviews. Access gaps. Rural areas and some inner-city neighborhoods remain charging deserts. Apartment dwellers and renters need more workplace or curbside chargers. Learning curve. Long road trips require planning. EVs charge fastest up to about 80%. After that, the charging curve slows dramatically. Many owners stop at 80% and move on, integrating charging stops with meals. Step 6. Environmental and sustainability perspective. It's crucial to talk about the environmental picture honestly. Manufacturing an EV produces more emissions up front because battery production is energy intensive, with EVs emitting 11 to 14 metric tons of CO2 at the factory gate, compared with 6 to 9 tons for a gas car. However, once on the road, an EV produces zero tailpipe emissions, while a gasoline car generates about 46 metric tons of CO2 over its life. Studies show that EVs repay their manufacturing emissions debt after about 1 to 2 years of driving, and many analyses show EVs break even within 15,000 to 25,000 miles. The cleaner the electricity you use, the greater the benefit. Adding solar panels at home can make your EV nearly zero emission. Choosing a smaller battery or a used EV can also lower the manufacturing footprint.
Step 7. Practical tips for real-life EV success. Plan your routes. Use apps like PlugShare, ChargePoint, or your car's built-in navigation to find chargers, check their status, and read reviews before you arrive. Schedule home charging during off-peak hours to save money. Ask your utility about variable rate programs and smart charging incentives. Use a multi-level charging strategy. Keep a level 1 cable for emergencies, rely on level 2 at home or work for daily needs, and use DC fast chargers only for long trips. Charge to 80% for daily use. Charging slows dramatically after 80%, and keeping the battery between 20% and 80% can extend its life. Advocate for infrastructure. If you're a renter, talk with landlords about installing chargers. Vote for policies that fund public charging and renewable energy. Stay curious and patient. Remember that range anxiety diminishes with experience. After a few months, you'll know your vehicle's real-world range and where to find a charge. Living with an EV isn't always perfect, but it's increasingly practical and rewarding. Charging at home is convenient and cheap, and the network of fast chargers is growing rapidly. Yes, there are frustrations, high upfront costs, unreliable public chargers, and a learning curve, but the benefits, quiet driving, lower running costs, reduced pollution, and the satisfaction of contributing to a cleaner future are compelling. If you're already an EV owner, share your experiences in the comments. What's been your biggest challenge and what do you love most? And if you're considering the switch, we hope this real-world look helps you decide. Don't forget to subscribe to Eco-Friendly Fact for more on sustainable living and the intersection of technology and the environment.